Hey guys, Darp here bringing you some Master League action today. This is from day one of the tournament. And we have Twisted Tootsy, one of you on the left, playing as US forces. He's got recon support, infantry company, and mechanized. Based off his on the right, we have Luvnest playing as OKW and immediately locking into Scavenge. This one is on the Bounce Preview mod. And I believe this is, from the group stage, I suppose you could call it. Oh, interesting wire off there from Twisted Tootsy, wiring off his cutoff a bit more. Which is anything goes in terms of commanders, and I think after the stage is when the Commander Terminator starts. So we'll see how things go, and it looks like it is going to be mechanized for Twisted Tootsy with the WC51. Do remember, now has nerfed range. Twisted Tootsy, very, very well known for his M3 play, the bazooka bus. So not a huge surprise that he's going to be one of the ones continuing to stick around with the mechanized commander. He was using it before, it was cool. Full on wire off fist here though, getting things going. Luvnest also playing quite passively. Getting some wire down himself. See the changes there, the wire doesn't complete. So he's slightly out of range of it, so you can't wire yourself in. Okay, rear echelon loaded into the WC51. Still doesn't quite have enough munitions for the 50 cal yet though, so might not be super useful. Looks like maybe he's going to try back onto the cutoff here. But he's going to be fighting a 2v1, not ideal. Especially if you've got the rear armor facing here. But he's going to try fight it. Okay, he's pushing them a little bit further around the corner, and this squad getting out of range now. Good pushing here from Twisted Tootsy. Slow engagement on the far side while this is going on, and Luvnest does end up retreating there with that weird push. He had like two models over here, two over here, very awkward. Luvnest decides to just get out of there, and Twisted Tootsy going for an unusual build here into the captain. Stern Pyros. Ooh, WC51 could take a lot of damage here. Looks like it could go down to the Stern Pyros. Stern Pyros have to reload though. Oh my god, gets away. Oh, that reload. Saving the day. There you go, those rear echelon. But Twisted Tootsy doing a pretty good job holding on. It can be pretty tricky. Yeah, WC51 with no machine gun, 2 rear echelon against Stern Pyros in the early game. Very tricky, but Luvnest also going for a low start. 3 Folks instead of 4. Looks like he's trying to save up for Jägerler Infantry, so perhaps that is kind of playing into Twisted Tootsy's strategy here. Luvnest not having the extra pressure of that one further Folks Grenadier. Now Twisted Tootsy actually going for a Rifleman at this later stage after his office is already complete. Interesting. Do have a mine down there, but we got the sweeper in the WC51 from Twisted Tootsy. He spots that, going to be able to defuse it. Going chasing after this Stern Pyre. Disengaging now. Luvnest going to have access to the Faust. Oh, he doesn't quite have the munitions for it after putting down that mine actually. Didn't realise that. So he has to retreat. And I think this is somewhat of the new tactic as well. Oh, took his mine over there and didn't end up sweeping that one. Going to go for that now. Somewhat of the new tactic, putting a rear echelon inside the WC51. So interesting adaptations to the patch changes already from Twisted Tootsy. And here we go, Hit Sphere 1's going to have that range bonus now. Oh, Luvnest trying to get in range for the Faust, but wasn't quite there. Close call. And now Tootsy on the run. Look at this, he even dodges up to the north going away from his wire. He doesn't want to expose his cutoff that he took such a long time to wire off before. Taking all those precautions, really nice to see. And yeah, half track coming in now for Twisted Tootsy. Luvnest did go for mechanized though, so can pop out that Puma eventually to counter it. Or even the looks. Does pretty well against the A half track. But yeah, really promising start here from Twisted Tootsy. Nice adaptations to the changes, and already vet 2 on that WC-51. Setting up a bit of a flank here on the captain. Nice move from the captain though, running down towards the Jaegerlights, who are not terribly strong close range, away from the Sturms, but Sturm's going to try wrap around, catch him on the retreat. It looks like they are going to retreat past this way, not down here. Perhaps his fire off biting him a little bit here. No, Sturms don't do enough damage.
Where do you want it?
And here comes a half-track ambulance now from Twisted Tootsy. Coming in for some repairs. Remember, no crew for the WC-51 anymore, which is why we're seeing the adaptation with the rear echelon. Needs to be able to repair this, get rid of the damage. And Luvnest has a Puma in the works. A half-track coming up to the north now. Oh, that could be a wipe. Luvnest trying to hang around there for the capture, but it's very, very greedy. A half-track coming in. And he chases him down with the machine guns. Greedy stuff there from Luvnest, trying to complete the munitions point capture, and it costs him his squad just before the Puma comes out as well. It's going to make it quite tough for Luvnest in terms of territory control. It's going really well for Twisted Tootsy here. Helps to step on it with the WC-51. Does cost munitions now. But Twisted Tootsy does have a pretty large munitions reserve. Hasn't gone for weapon racks yet. Hasn't even equipped the bar or its captain, which I feel is a little bit strange. No real reason not to. Putting down a couple of these light AT mines. Interesting idea. At the back there. They are a tiny bit faster to plant now, and it looks like he's trying to plant them in a really tight cluster. Maybe hoping to bait the Puma over them and do a tremendous amount of damage. You plant 3 there? Hard to see. I think it was 3 though.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
And tank trap over there. Puma coming in. A half-track on the run. Puma chasing forwards. The mine's going to pay off already. Luvnest. Attack grounding. Not quite running over the mines though. He must see the rear echelon running in there for the repairs. A half-track crew jumps out. Trying to mass repair. Attack rounds from Luvnest. No AT gun from Twisted Tootsy. No bazookas. But every attack round so far is missed, so Luvnest doesn't quite have the angle on where the A half-track is, and he's managed to fully repair it. Luvnest skating right past those mines. An attack round in return from Twisted Tootsy. Very lucky that the scatter from the Puma did not come good there. But if Luvnest did scatter, saw exactly where the A half-track was, probably could have finished the job on it. Twisted Tootsy, yeah, okay, there we go, retreating now. A lot of damage on the entry there. And Luvnest at the moment with the triple cap, with a tremendous amount of territory control. Twisted Tootsy took a bit of a step back during that phase, but he did hang on to the A half-track, and that is helping him out a lot here. At the moment, Twisted Tootsy with a huge amount of resources floating. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing here. Didn't build an anti-tank gun to try deal with the Puma. Hasn't gone for the M3 with the bazookas. Okay, he's got the weapon racks now. So maybe he is still planning to go for the bazooka bus. But in the meantime, it has taken him a little bit too long. He's Been floating on around 500 manpower for a few minutes now. Just really been hurting him. You can see, you know, the Decisive 51 just sitting around waiting for repairs. Impacts of not having the crew anymore definitely being felt. Oh, huge long range shot there from the Puma. And remember, the Puma does have less sight early on, 42 instead of 50, but he's got the Jaeger lights there spotting long range. Okay, well, looks like he's been saving his munitions for whatever he's up to right now. He's got a whole bunch of bazookas. So that's it. That's why he doesn't go for the bar on the captain. He wants all the munitions for the bazookas. Does also mean no Thompsons on these cav rifles, but luckily only one of the Volkswagen is upgraded with the STGs. So this should still perform pretty well here. Grenades, infiltration grenades out. Ooh, oh man, there was a lot of damage. Luvnest chasing around looking for the wipe. He's going to be able to get out of there. A half-track coming in now as well. Looking for the suppression. Puma rotating, but we got the bazookas looking for the intercept. Oh, a lot of bazookas connecting. Now the Puma can't really afford to fight the A half-track. Oof, just need one more bazooka to connect there and that would have been the end of the Puma. The A half-track was even threatening to chase in and go for the kill. Can be a little bit tricky though. A half-track quite slow. It has to be stationary to do meaningful damage to the Puma. Line triggering up there. Looks like the captain going to stick around and try to get the territory under control. And yeah, we're seeing a mortar half-track from Twisted Tootsy as well. Pretty handy in getting rid of that machine gun in the center. Decisive 51 in the south going to work. But yeah, still a strange strategy for Twisted Tootsy. You know, he did go for captain, does have the access to the anti-tank gun. Which I'm generally more of a fan of than bazookas. And then he would have had more munitions or weapons on his other squad so they could fight back more effectively against the STG Volksgrenadiers. A lot hinging here on the anti-air half-track, I feel, for Twisted Tootsy. And they're coming in. Got the cav rifles there though. Oh, he doesn't quite have the munitions for the sticky satchel. A little bit of damage from the air half-track though. Jumps out for repairs. Empires want to close in, but you can't really charge in on cav rifles. And there we go, mortar half-track going to work again, getting rid of the machine gun fast.
Capture point is being overrun.
Pretty good. I've been playing a lot with the Infantry company myself, and I feel like that mortar half-track's running pretty good. Twisted Tootsy. Valve's going to come through here for Luvnest, but that is a lot of bazookas. He cannot chase in with the Puma. He's backing all the way back. But still, he's got a good amount of territory. He has been putting down his tech behind this. Going straight into the obus. Remember, you can upgrade them with the LMG before the Panzer authorization now. So it makes sense to get them a little bit earlier. Puma though, still hitting strong. Infiltration grenades coming out. With a good dodge there from the captain. Needs almost all of the damage. Got the Thompsons now on the cav rifles. The lights in the building pretty strong. Luvnest maybe thinking about going for an ambulance assault. Twisted Tootsy though has his ambulance not in like the standard position, out to the side here. Much more safe against that base assault style. So even going for those minor tweaks here, Twisted Tootsy. And then mortar half-track working really nicely against the squad inside the building. Jumping into the building. Infiltration grenades onto the door. That could be dangerous. Just Tootsy stays inside the building. Gets extremely low with that grenade assault though. And it goes down. Maybe he thought there was an incendiary grenade getting thrown down there. Oh boy, and what's going on here? The mortar half-track going down to the Ogre's LNG. And it does. Twisted Tootsy here falling apart.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
Big blunder. After a promising start, 2 big losses in quick succession there for Twisted Tootsy. And Luvnest rushing out the flak panzer. Also don't need panzer authorization for that, so you can get it out about a minute faster. Let's see if that minute's going to make the difference. Just a Tootsy with plenty of manpower, spear 4 and anti-tank gun though. Can answer the flak panzer quite easily. And between, you know, a lot of bazookas and an anti-tank gun, he should be able to tame both these vehicles quite effectively. Briefly, Twisted Tootsy started up production on a pack house but cancelled it. This is an extremely good map for the pack house, so you can kind of just park it around here very close to your base, very safe, and just blast away at the centre all game. But did get nerfed. And okay, Twisted Tootsy managing to get our Sherman at basically the exact same timing as the flak panzer. The A half-track is a bit cheaper than the Puma is. And wow, even equipping his rifleman with bazooka here. Or did he pick that one up from a re-echelon drop? Curious. I can't even hold out there for another bazooka, dropping mods too quickly to that flak panzer. Sherman though threatening to come down the middle. Puma a little bit further away. Flak panzer could go down here. No squads nearby for the snare, but it looks like Twisted Tootsy getting cold feet. Does not chase in for the kill. But the flak panzer would have, I don't think it would have gone down one more shot. It's hard to say. Did it take 2 bazooka shots? From the health bar, it does look like it would have gone down to one more shot from the Sherman. But yeah, this is a really tough style to be playing. Oh man, what was that? That was just a lucky shot. For Twisted Tootsy, it's really hard to play when you just cannot win an infantry engagement anywhere on the map, and you always have to have your vehicles leading the charge. Find that like very, very taxing to play. Dodging infiltration grenades, but still has to retreat. Got the bar on the captain now. The pack how are we going to work? But Luvnest already jumped out of the building, retreating. Looking to heal back up. Sherman up there in the north, full strength. Opportunity, you can see they maybe wanted to linger for long enough for the Puma to rotate. But Twisted Tootsy threatening the crush, forces the retreat. Booby trap down in the centre from Luvnest. Oh, and that's a big connection. Captain very low after that. Black Panzer coming in, and he's going to have to retreat. Oh, he wants to get them neutralized, but it could be costly. That flak panzer, yeah, has to get out of there. Sherman in the north. Pops a dozer blade upgrade now. He's a bit more durable, but the Puma with the aim shot. Sherman going in for the crush. Bigger lights on the retreat. Packowie softening up the squads in the center. Puma firing off another aim shot. How is this turret still jammed for that long? Are getting quite aggressive here. Twisted Tootsy feels like he's slowly getting the life drained out of him. Each move he kind of retracts further into his base. Each time he pushes back out, he gains less territory. Oh man, look at that. back in. A lot of damage from the AA half-track though on the flak panzer. Gets it quite low there. Puma, I think, wants to kill the decrew pack Howie, but might be tough. A half-track. Okay. Doing some crazy maneuvers here. Good attack ground action there from Luvnest. Docey 51 up there in the north, trying to maintain some territory control. Captain made a break for the south and getting the VP under control. Oh, grenades out. No dodge. Okay, late dodge. He drops one model though. Docey 51 pulling back after that, and this is... yeah. This is when you're really going to feel that hurt not having the crew anymore. Can't really afford to dedicate the time to even repair that at the moment. He's just re-echelon escorting the Sherman for a bit of anti-tank support at the moment. Puma trying to pop the aim shot, but Sherman gets behind the building, goes for a bit of a crush on the building, looking to destroy it outright. Building is definitely to Luvnest's favour. You know, he's got the ogres, which can be quite strong from there, as well as the MG34. As Twisted Tootsy doesn't have anything that's particularly good from the building, so getting rid of that definitely to his advantage. And that Puma popping off shots. He's got his damage bonus now with the Vet 3, so very potent against the Sherman. How are you dropping down? Twisted Tootsy getting some territory here. Oh, and now a Jagdpanzer from Luvnest. Twisted Tootsy probably going to need an anti-tank gun now, facing down both a Puma and a Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer charging in here, maybe looking for the ambo, but as I said, heading over to the side here. Actually gets a scatter shot on the infantry model, the two infantry models in fact, and he's dropping the artillery. 105 artillery coming down here. Oh, Twisted Tootsy. Oh, Luvnest didn't quite get in range for the Faust there. That was kind of a lucky break. The bazookas coming forwards for the Jagdpanzer, but a lot of them bouncing or missing. The Sherman extremely low. Oh, but he hits all of those mines in the cluster, and down goes the Puma bazooka, finishing the job. The mine trap finally works out there for Twisted Tootsy. Jagdpanzer going after the ambulance, but missing its shot, and an ambulance backing away now. Wouldn't die to one shot anyway with the changes. Would need a tiny bit of extra follow-up damage. Into the base sector, it is a little bit more durable with this patch. Sherman hiding up there in the north, going for some repairs, but all in all, didn't go too poorly for Twisted Tootsy. Took down the Puma, didn't lose much in return. Nothing meaningful, at least. Take a quick look at the KD, though. We can see Luvnest in a much stronger position. And Luvnest now going for the Raketen. The fact that he's going for the Raketen, you know, he kind of needs it now that the Puma's down. A little bit of extra anti-tank. Maybe after that he's going to invest in some more anti-infantry. Twisted Tootsy not going for the anti-tank gun though, he's going for another Sherman. I suppose now the Puma's dead, maybe you can squeeze one in, but this could be tough for Twisted Tootsy. Though that being said, you know, this is sometimes a tricky map for the Jagdpanzer. It can be quite strong through the centre, but on the flanks can be a little bit tricky to operate. So if Twisted Tootsy plays it right, could still have a lot of success. And now we see Twisted Tootsy starting to equip a couple bars. He's going for the chase down on this Volksgrenadier in the south. And Panzer rotating. Down it goes though just before it makes it around the corner. Twisted Tootsy backing out at the exact right time. In fact, he's got double Shermans down here now. Ober's on the retreat. Jagdpanzer trying to find an angle. With all these side blockers, not having much success. Luvnest very slow on the Faust over here. In fact, just outright retreats. Looks like he was operating his flak panzer against these bazookas and it nearly went down. So Luvnest getting stretched a bit thin there. His micro was suffering. Popping the AP ammo on the MG34. Does a huge amount of damage, but because it's suppressed, the second burst just not coming through. Oh, it does have double bazookas on that rifle squad. Interesting. Panzer wants to come to the north. But this is where the double bazooka rifleman will be really strong against the Jagdpanzer. After the 2 Zooks, then throw an AT grenade. Quite potent. A lot of damage there from that flak panzer. Good dodge on the infiltration nades, and he does have the OC-51 repaired. As well as a half-track coming in here. That's quite a lot of damage. Okay, Kid misses its first shot. A bit of a lucky break there for the OC-51. It's damage, which will be more costly to repair. Panzer 4 coming in now from Luvnest. Luvnest coming on the offensive here. This Sherman threatening the flank though. Looks like he fired off a phosphorus barrage with the Pakawi. Oh, and actually connecting with that squad now. Double light vehicles up here in the north. And now comes the Panzer 4. A half-track surviving because it's Vet 3 gets that small health bonus. Jumps out with the crew. And down it goes. Good job saving the crew there from Twisted Tootsy. Good awareness from him, you know, knowing that the A half-track gets a little bit of bonus health. At that level of veterancy, can survive 2 shots. And able to save the crew thanks to that. And that can be actually quite helpful for him in this situation. You know, the vehicle crew can just chuck it in the OC-51. Constantly have it available for repairs and a little bit of extra anti-infantry potential. So it's actually going to work out quite nicely for him. Or he could even chuck it in to a Sherman, the more highly vetted crew. Give that extra veterancy kick. Another mortar half-track coming for Twisted Tootsy. Okay. Interesting choice. Jagdpanzer just blasting away. He's got those Jaeger lights spotting for at long range there. Here come the Zooks though. Pretty good connection. A lot of penetrations there. Just Tootsie struggling to hold back the infantry though. Needs the support of the Sherman. Oh, and he's taking some shots from the Jagdpanzer because of that. Very low with the Sherman now. Oh, and in fact, Luvnest going to pull the trigger. Pops the artillery. Oh, there goes the OC-51. Panzer 4 up there in the north. Black Panzer and Jagdpanzer considering charging forwards. We've got the Rifleman coming around the corner though. And the Sherman coming in on the flank of the Jagdpanzer. Got the Rifleman charging down the center, looking for the snare. He gets the block on the Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer hits Vet 2 though, gets the bonus health, so we'll need 2 shots to kill this still. Can the Sherman stick around for long enough to get 2 shots? So it looks like he bounced the last one. Jagdpanzer does have pretty strong frontal armor. And that's a lot of damage coming onto the Sherman. Other Sherman coming in from the other angle though, connecting. We've got the heat shells coming in from the Pakawi, which can do some damage as well. Oh, now Luvnest Panzer 4's in some trouble with the bazookas. Connecting. Bounce. Bounce. Oh, and there goes the Sherman. The Panzer 4. In comes the Sherman looking for the flak panzer. Oh my god. Luvnest loses all of his tanks. And Twisted Tootsie gets away with both of his Shermans. Incredible stuff. Crazy engagement. Yeah, there was just like a slight hiccup on the pathing from that Panzer 4. It was a little bit slow getting away because of that. And Twisted Tootsie pouncing on that, taking it down. Very, very impressive control in that last fight. Very, like, good awareness. Even, you know, going for those the heat barrage. Trying to get it just like any extra damage he can in that fight. Luvnest still with a pretty large VP lead at this stage, so he's got some time to work himself back into this game. He did manage to recrew that Rakitten that he dropped up there in the north as well, looks like. So, you know, he's not out of this one yet, but certainly that was a huge turning point for Twisted Tootsy after quite a while. He's been struggling here. Trash grenades out. Oof. Very, very low after that. Gonna take the risk retreating. Doesn't want to get sniped off by those Jaeger lights. But the double Sherman's back up to full. And they're coming on the offensive with the HG rounds equipped. Rakitten slightly more towards the south, but he's going to have the Jagdpanzer coming through the center. Twisted Tootsy getting aggressive, chasing in here. Maybe looking for the wipe, but the Jagdpanzer going to put a stop to that. Good connection there. Sherman's backing away now. Not popping the smoke, just backing away normally. In fact, jumping inside the building here with the Rakitten, you don't see that too often. Just in range of the Sherman, but he might not have sight of it at the moment. Oh, it does now. Oh, but he can't because it's neutral. He can't actually shoot at it at the moment. Oh my god! The Sherman's trying to repair on the front lines. He quickly jumps in with some squad. After losing a couple of vehicle crew models there. That was really dicey for Twisted Tootsy, and he charged all the way forwards with a pack alley right into the center of the map, and that goes down. Now Luvnest's going to be able to take that out, so the twists and turns here. Oh, but he dropped some smoke on the pack alley to try to keep it safe. Interesting tactic. Luvnest probably doesn't want to pick it up with his obers, but he's going to. Just so Twisted Tootsy doesn't have access to it. Yeah, Twisted Tootsy just getting a little bit too aggressive there. Charging forwards with the pack alley, trying to repair on the front lines. It cost him badly, but we can see, because he was like a neutral vehicle, he couldn't like manually like tack move from the building with his Rakitten. That repair was kind of going unpunished for quite a while there. Luvnest was aware of what was going on and capitalized on it really nicely. Phosphorus coming down, but doesn't really do very much. The white phosphorus on the mortar half track does have worse damage over time compared to some other white phosphoruses. Double Sherman's going chasing, looking for the Fox kill. He's got one more shot here. Doesn't quite get it, but very close. I heard target neutralized. Oh, and he dropped the timed fuse barrage. And he takes down the MG34 while all that's going on. Very rare timed fuse. How's he got 28 kills with that? Did he put the Sherman crew in the mortar half track? Must have done. I'm just going to be able to recrew the machine gun. Got a dropped bazooka there. Looks like it was this bazooka rifleman that went down in the center. Just Tootsy down to 54 VPs. Dodges the concussive grenade nicely there. Captain ends up winning because of that. Still struggling through the center is Twisted Tootsy. Got a third Sherman out now, though. That could be the critical mass to completely overwhelm Luvnest. I'm just going to have to be really careful with his Rakitten positioning. He doesn't have many mines down either. It's another thing that could shut down Twisted Tootsy, but hasn't found the time to plant them. Ooh, and that was a really good hit. After that, Twisted Tootsy looking to chase for the wipe. Panzer coming down, though, connecting. The Sherman does not have the dozer blade, but is about to pop. Oh, and he's trying to hide at the moment from the Rakitten, from the Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer exposing its rear here. The other Sherman's coming through the center, now pressuring the Rakitten. Rakitten could go down here. In fact, the Shermans are going in after the Jagdpanzer was just trying to spin around the Rakitten on the retreat, and the Jagdpanzer goes down. Masterful play there from Twisted Tootsy. Now he's going in for the base assault, going for the decrew on the Rakitten in the base. He's looking for the show closer here. Going for the overs, going for the Volksstreet. He's got a Panzer IV coming in for Luvnest. Overs very, very low. He's managing this base assault nicely for the moment. Sherman backed away, hasn't started repairs on that at the moment. If he could, destroying the Rakitten would be really, really nice. At the moment he's inflicting a huge amount of manpower bleed. Going to take another Faust, so once this Panzer IV arrives we're going to have 2 damage engine Shermans potentially in some trouble here, and if he can reinforce the Volksstreet and recrew the Rakitten, it could be real trouble for Twisted Tootsy. Take a quick look at the KD. Things have evened up so much. As we last checked, Luvnest had like a 40 or so advantage. Now it's much, much closer. Okay, getting decrewed though on the exit. Volksstreet is going for the recrew on the Rakitten. And here comes the Panzer IV. Let's see if Luvnest can turn this one around. He's still got a large VP lead. Just barely outnumbered in the armor department. He's got his medics coming out. Okay, Panzer IV bounces. The Dozer Blade does give the Sherman a bit more armor as well frontally. And 2 bounces. Luvnest has to disengage. Just dropping some phosphorus in there as well, just to prevent any chase down. Mass repairs on the Sherman. So Twisted Tootsy's got 2 of them locked and loaded. Now once again for Luvnest, it's going to come down to his Rakitten positioning. Last time it did not go so well for him. Sherman coming in from the side here with the HE rounds equipped. Looking for the wipe, doesn't quite get it. But so far the Panzer IV is not having any luck with the penetrations. Extra armor from that Dozer Blade really coming in handy. Here comes the time fuse! Monstrous time fuse! Ooh, we're just getting out of there. That's why you want to be timing with, or targeting with the time fuse. Things or stationary targets, buildings. I think the time fuse is guaranteed to kill a bunker now. Or team weapons. Normal infantry squads, you know, can see when the fuse drops and dodge away from that in time, so generally not too effective against them, but okay, this has been a spicy match. We've seen some interesting memes. Twisted Tootsy with a nice position now, putting down one of those light AT mines. Nice to see. He's leaving 1 Sherman on the flank, looking to come in from this angle, 2 through the center. Let's see if that position going to work out. Luvnest trying to get some mines down now. Spotted though by the captain, interrupted. No, he finished that one. Yeah, but nice attack round there, triggering that. It's a nice one of them. There's still another one there though. And here comes Luvnest trying to push into the center, trying to go for the VP win here. 54 remaining. He's got a Jaeger Light Squad in the building up there. A real nuisance for Twisted Tootsy to deal with. Sherman coming back into the center. He popped out some smoke, blocking off the sight of the Rakitten. Oh, cav rifles. Oh, just go down to the tech truck there. Heading to the north. Sherman through the center. It looks like he does force away the Rakitten. Sherman's going hunting now for the Panzer IV. Charging in. One from the south, a little bit slower, and there we go. One of the mines triggering. Twisted Tootsy after that deciding to pull back. Popping out some smoke. Trying to cover the retreat of this one. The healthy Sherman though coming in. Did Luvnest get any repairs on the Panzer IV? No, not even a single pixel of repairs. And it ends up going down, and here we go. Twisted Tootsy coming in and closing out the match. Luvnest throwing in the towel. What a crazy match. got to see some, adaptations to the meta here. Mechanized still getting picked by Twisted Tootsy, but used in a far different manner here with the captain, rear echelon inside the WC-51 to repair it up throughout the match. Double rear echelon there, it's a completely different build order. No bazooka bus, unfortunately, but still some very entertaining action. And wow, what a crazy tank engagement that was over here. Whew, very, very good start to the tournament. GG, well played by Twisted Tootsy. On to Game 2. Game 2 of this series underway now. Luvnest playing as Soviets and going for a Tier 1 start. And his loadout is guard motor coordination, Soviet combined arms, a very rare sight, and defensive. It's offensive on the right. We have Twisted Tootsy, who has Jaeger, Infantry, Strategic Reserves, and Spearhead, but no Assault Grenadiers, and in fact no machine gun for Twisted Tootsy here. And for no MG built, and Luvnest going for a sniper. So as Twisted Tootsy scouted out Luvnest build, sniper start on this map against us here. Because kind of playing around that. He's going for a wire trap on this door. So denying this building to Luvnest, or to either player really.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
So yeah, interesting start already. No machine gun. And a sniper tier 1 start from Luvnest. Do remember snipers do have reduced sight right out the gate. So using them unsupported in the early game is much trickier than it used to be. And Luvnest following that up with a penal squad. Usually we see... Oh, big damage onto the sniper early. And two rifle shots there. Okay, he's trying to hide behind this tree line here. Avoid the damage from the sniper. And doing a pretty good job of evading it so far and bullying the combat engineers. But yeah, interesting to see a penal start alongside sniper starts. Usually if you're going for like an early sniper like this, you see conscripts have access to the anti-tank grenades. Generally makes it a little bit easier to keep the sniper safe. But maybe with the enhanced PTRSs on the penals now, maybe it's more worthwhile to go for penal troops. Luvnest chasing down the Pyos. Oh, that was a close call. That's Grenadiers so far from Twisted Tootsy, and he does have a very good commander in his loadout to counter this build from Luvnest. You get infantry with the ambush camo, very effective against snipers. If you don't want to play a sniper yourself, which Twisted Tootsy maybe, has had a chance to instead of building that third Grenadier. He could have gone for a sniper himself and looked just out the sniper war. 5 kills already for Luvnest sniper though. It's working out pretty well. Did get quite low on health, and that is always tricky in the early game because can't really afford to go for medics super early on though. Medics are a bit cheaper now. Only 200 manpower, not quite as expensive. I was a little bit too low now, have to retreat. In fact, combat engineers coming into the retreat path. Maybe gonna look for the white, but don't think they're gonna get it, but he's aiming for it. Obviously, they do manage to complete the cut-off maneuver. They're on the retreat now. Battle phase 1 is complete for Twisted Tootsy. He needs to find the time to put down his tech here. And Fast 222 could be a good answer. I'm just going for the maximum wire off up there as well. Interrupted by these Grenadiers. Sniper in the far south at the moment. Got these Grenadiers waiting back here. We're going to spring a bit of an ambush. Combat engineers probably will win that engagement, but it will be quite close. Oh, maybe it took a little bit longer to spin around, but they are quite clumped up, taking full damage from the flamethrower, all the models. See Twisted Tootsy try and spread out a bit there. But it hasn't worked. Still, every model getting hit by that flame, and he has to retreat.
The enemy is taking our territory. Schützenpanzerwagen Granatwerfer are now available.
And so far it's looking pretty good for Luvnest. The slight KD edge. And rather strangely, I was not expecting this. Twisted Tootsy going for Spearhead. I was expecting Jaeger Infantry, which is, you know, very strong against snipers, in my opinion. The advantages here is he's got Panzer Tactician. Maybe if he's expecting to be up against guards with the button, the smoke can be very, very handy. Because Luvnest has locked into Soviet combined arms. Which you've probably seen in a few of my first-person view games, but not too much outside of that. Oh, and he's gone for a mortar half-track. I was expecting a 2-2-2 here. Strange choice. Looks like Twisted Tootsy really liking the mortar half-tracks at the moment. At the moment, Twisted Tootsy really struggling for territory control. He's up here, very close engagement, and if they have to retreat past the penals, they could be in some trouble. So retreat now. Luvnest posturing. Looking for the wipe. Mortar shells dropping. And the penals finish the job here, and they do! Can you imagine if this was a 2-2-2 instead of a mortar half-track? He could have kept that squad alive there. Luvnest, yeah, going for the PTRS is really early on here. Kind of curious. Half-track, taking some big hits from them. Spotted that with the sweeper as well, but it looks like he planted sandbags instead of sweeping the mine. But that doesn't come back to bite Twisted Tootsy later on. Oh, that was a mondo hit from the mortar half-track. He's coming in for another one here. Luvnest does have medics up though. He's going to stick around and destroy the sandbags with his PTRSs. T70 coming in now for Luvnest, and pretty good timing as well, considering that slow start that you can sometimes have with the sniper. There's early territory control. Just Tootsy rebuilding one of the Grenadiers. And this is just not going well for Twisted Tootsy right across the map. He's struggling. The penals causing the Grenadiers some issues. Pre-weapon upgrade. Sniper getting off a lot of kills. And now in comes the T70. Twisted Tootsy with no anti-tank at all. Starting construction on some Panzer Grenadiers, but cancels that immediately for the pack. So he's going to stick around for the neutralize in the center. The sniper and the T70 combining. Risky stuff. Constantly leaving the mortar half-track on full fire as well. This does require a lot of attention to constantly micro that. So he's going for the neutralize on the fuel before retreating from the T70 as well. Has to be careful because if he drops that model, he's no longer in the capping circle, and there we go. T70 chasing in, but is a little bit less lethal now. The slight reload nerf. Here comes the pack. T70 rotating to the north. Got the LMG on one of these Grenadiers now, fighting strongly against the penals. Here comes the T70. Mortar half-track getting a good hit there. Penals get quite low after that. Grenadiers try a soft retreat, trying to bait some time here for the pack to get in position. Looks like he's going to go for some attack ground action, but now he's left it a little bit too late with the Grenadiers retreat. Has to go past the Penals and the T70.
Enemy forces
And
are
yeah, things are
securing
falling
our
apart here
territory.
from Twisted Tootsy. Just a few little mistakes. A little bit late on the retreat. Luvnest's strategy looking quite strong here.
The sector has
It
been
is
cut
meanwhile
off.
getting slaughtered by that sniper. 13 kills now. Luvnest on top of the cutoff again. Things are starting to look a little bit hopeless here for Twisted Tootsie. Doesn't have any easy way back into this game either. Doesn't have like, you know, a Stuggy or something that he can start to call in, or something that can get him going. Just to grind his way back into this match. Going for some attack rounds, but he's not having much success with that so far. Got some guards out with the DPs as well from Luvnest. And all those pack shots are missing. Grenadiers versus the Flamer there in the south. Oh, those Pyos taking a hammering from the T70. Guards looking for the wipe. Don't quite get it though. Grenadiers do win the fight in the south though. He has to be a little bit careful. T70 could rotate down there and do some damage. He's up in the north at the moment though, and in fact he is going to retreat. Got some Penals moving to the retreat path by Luvnest going hunting. Going to retreat past these trees though, blocking the shots for a little bit. Luvnest chasing, he's looking for the wipe.
The sector is at risk.
Just Tootsy dropping the smoke. Ooh, that was a close call. I think he just needed one more shot and maybe a slight miss micro. I think he thought that he had the kill there. He needed to chase a little bit more aggressively. But a very lucky break for Twisted Tootsie, and good awareness from Luvnest chasing in looking for the wipe like that.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So Twisted Tootsie going to come out through the north this time, or attempt to at least. Got the sweeper and the flamer. Sets off a tripwire there with the mortar shell. 3 kills so far from the mortar half track, though. Has got some pretty big hits in terms of health damage. Hasn't been crazy impressive. Here comes the sniper though, getting a good shot in there. And now a T-34 from Luvnest. I think once that arrives,
Forces are attempting
it's going to be a little bit too much for Tootsie to handle. Still hasn't done his battle phase 2 yet, so he is ages away from a tank. PTRS is connecting. Mortar half track in some trouble. It's out of there. Combat engineer taking. Okay. Oh, he's going hunting for the sniper here with the Pyos. Guards with the Vet 1. Slinging out the Grenadiers. And T70 fully repaired coming up to the north now. Oh boy, another dicey retreat. But Twisted Tootsie gets away with it. He's got a little bit of manpower spare here. But he might be forced into a second pack. Given that he's up against 2 tanks now. And it's not a position where you want to be behind an anti-infantry and forced into 2 anti-tank guns. You're then relying on your anti-tank guns getting the kill, otherwise you're just out of the match. There we go, another tough retreat for Twisted Tootsie. Will he get lucky again this time? Looks like the mortar actually forcing a few of those guard models to crawl around. And that does allow them the opportunity to escape there. Oh, but a big shot from the T-34, and down go the Pyos after that. Tootsie going for another Grenadier. But I think he needs another pack to deal with the T-34 and the T-70 combo. Good shot there, and he's going to get engine damage on.
300 points.
Missing with the follow-up. Looking grim here. If it was the Tootsie, in fact, I'm kind of tempted to fast forward a bit through this. We're double time for a little bit here. There's not a huge amount going on.
Losing a sector.
Complaint in now from Luvnest. The terrorist penals, you can see they're a little bit more potent. Firing off shots at that pack there. T70 on the run. Oh boy, PTRS, this is the end of the mortar half track. Yes it is, he didn't have enough munitions for the smoke. Grenadier is extremely low as well to the sniper. Pino's chasing in for the wipe. And they get it. And there we go, Twisted Tootsy throws in the towel. So it was an interesting idea from Twisted Tootsy, fast mortar half track. He's having some success with it. I think the strategy needs... I think he needs to get the 222. Still. I think he needs the threat on the sniper. Maybe force both penals into PTRS upgrades. I don't know. But yeah, just lost a few too many grenadiers throughout the match as well. Constantly having to rebuild them. Just gave Luvnest far too large of an edge. And yeah, never attempting a counter snipe either. GG though. Interesting strategies here and some big departures from what we've seen in the last tournament. So here we are on Nexus for the decider of this series. Luvnest would have had faction selection after his win there. I think Tootsy won his game on like 60 or so VPs. So looks like he's gone for Soviets again, but this time going for guard motor coordination. Twisted Tootsy on the other side though, playing as OKW this time instead of Osir. And he's gone for a Kubel start. Kubel can be pretty effective against the sniper, did get a slight buff in that department in terms of its moving performance, but is generally thought to be a not too strong against Soviet Tier 1 because of the strength of the M3A1 from Soviets, and looks like Luvnest is going to go for one of those. That being said, the M3 did receive some changes, less resilience to small arms damage. Oh boy, Kubel off to a bad start here. Penal's chasing him down. A lot of early damage there. Double Sturm's going to be the build from Twisted Tootsy, and he has gone for Elite Armored.
Armored car has reported for duty.
But yeah, what I was saying, M3A1, less armor but more health now. But it does make it less strong overall against small arms. So I wonder how it's going to work out. And Sturmpires, okay. Cancel the Sturmpires and going for the 221. If you saw my guide on Fast 223 strategy, you know that I'm generally not a fan of the 221 against Soviet Tier 1 because it's very easy for them to put a PTRA squad inside the M3 and just completely counter you. So what Twisted Tootsy's up to here, I do not recommend. And at the moment, it doesn't look like it's working out too well for him. Kubel coming in from the sides, M3 backing away. Now coming back in, got the Sturmpires there in support this time though. And the Kubel spitting out some pretty good damage. Kubel does have decent penetration. Here comes the 221 from the other side. Luvnest wasn't expecting this. 221 looking for the kill. That does have pretty awful penetration, but gets the job done there. And he forces a retreat, so there we go. Good win there from Twisted Tootsy. Taking down the M3 early. I'm just rebuilding it though, he knows. Still has a lot of utility from that against the 221 and the Kubel. Especially if he puts a PTRS squad inside. Speaking of, he's got PTRS squad upgrading. It's a squad closer to the munitions point. Looks like he's going to try hide it. And wait for the light vehicles to come in. And if that Kubel sticks around, he could go down in one volley. Even the 221 could go down here with the triple PTRSs. Oh, he got the sticky satchel off. He's trying to stay right on top of the penals, but they're behind the blocker. 221 goes down. That was unfortunate there for Tootsy. He took a chance. He was like, oh man, you know, I want to get up close against the penals, do as much damage as I can. The PTRS upgrade pops there and he gets punished in the hardest way possible. And here we go. PTRS squad inside the M3 takes down the Kubel, and things are looking quite hopeless for Tootsy after that.
Comrades, we have now installed a field hospital at headquarters.
He's going for another Sturmpire now. So he's trying to kill the vehicle wreck there, so that Tootsy can't salvage it later on.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
M3 looking for an angle, but the Fox Grenadier is so far avoiding. Tootsy has put down his battle group. Does not have access to the Faust yet, though. You do need the first upgrade stage to get that, the mechanized support. Does have the Shrek out though on the Sturmpires, which is a nice thing you can do a bit more easily now that you can both get sweepers and the Shrek. Tootsy has done. There we go, getting a pretty good engagement on the fuel, forcing back the combat engineers over there as well. MG coming in now for Twisted Tootsy. Are we going to see him go for a flat half track though? Doesn't look like it. If he was, probably would have just gone for it right now. But the flat half track also, I don't really like it too much against Soviet Tier 1. Once again, the M3 with the PTRS squad inside is going to be even stronger now that they've got triple PTRSs. Very strong against the flat half track. And especially now that they can also attack ground into smoke with PTRSs. It's another one of the big advantages of the flak half track against handheld anti-tank that's gone. Advance through the centre here, but getting interrupted by these penals. It's kept up in the north quite nicely though, and a lot of downtime on the M3 for Luvnest here.
We are losing territory.
Let's go for some guards now though, with the DPs all ready. And generally if you do go for a tier 1 start, guards or M42, you kind of often need them. Bit of extra anti-tank. Sending a grenade out, trying to force away those penals, but they come out of suppression. And now the M3 going hunting. Got the flamethrower about to pop on that as well. And wow, Tootsy is going for the flak half track. I thought that he wouldn't with that super late timing, but he does go for it. It's going to be like so late coming out. Empire Shrek's coming in here. He gets really, really close with the Shrek to guarantee the shot connecting there. Now looking for the follow-up. He's one more to connect. He's chasing around this side, and Luvnest switches his pathing. See, coming across this way, goes more towards the north, dodging away from the Shrek. Could see a hopeful attack ground here, maybe. Also trying to get in range for the Faust, which would probably also finish the job. And the M3 actually getting cold feet. Coming back around this way, Luvnest playing evasively. Coming in for the push. The Shrek can't get the fire off. And very, very well handled by Luvnest. Now looking for the wipe. What a turnaround. Tootsy had Luvnest on the ropes, and then he just completely reversed the situation. T70 coming in now. With those kind of high level maneuvers, you know, like just like tiny adjustments to what's going on the moment. Incredible to see. That's so nice to watch COH2 at this level. Back half half-track getting busy over there. And they still have the option of trying to pop the PTRS upgrade if he wanted to go for it before starting the retreat there. Chose not to though.
Capturing our supplies.
I didn't even know you could shoot from behind that cover position there. Twisted Tootsy's using. Oh, it looks like he destroyed it. But no, he doesn't have any heavy cover and he's getting shredded by the guards. Going forwards here, find some mines, but once again, Luvnest has another one right next door that's maybe Twisted Tootsy's not expecting. T70 coming in. Looks like he might have killed that mine that was getting planted there. He doesn't get counted.
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
Two Sternpire Shreks for Twisted Tootsy. Complement the black half track. It's an interesting idea. Connection there from the Shrek. A couple nice hits from the flak half track as well. T70 very low after that. Fortunately, he's got the STGs up here as well. So you can see Luvnest tempted to bring T70 over here to assist. Thinking better of it at the moment. Does end up forcing a retreat though. And here we go. Luvnest gearing up for an assault from this angle. Forcing the retreat of this Sternpire. Back half track a little bit unsupported now. And it looks like he's just running straight away with that. New grenade onto the guards. A lot of health damage. BTRS squad going chasing here. Doesn't get much though. Twisted Tootsy. Pretty good job here. Trick connecting. And 3 on the run. Didn't manage to get them neutralized, but he's jumping out with the penals to do that now on top of the cutoff. Meanwhile, Twisted Tootsy has capped in the south really nicely. So while Luvnest is doing all this action, Tootsy is capping up the map really, really well, and the Sternpire is actually winning that engagement there. Back half track coming back out now. Go to work on the guards. These guards are a fresh set, don't have the firing positions yet. To boost their range by a little bit. T70 coming down to the south now, has been repaired. Just a Tootsy, look at that wall. Tough to crack, and he's got the machine gun out the back supporting, stopping the penal flank. A couple of Fox models have jumped out of cover there though, jumping back in now. Sternpires do have enough munitions to throw out a concussive grenade. Speaking of grenades, guards throw one. Back half track coming in there. Doesn't have a PTRS squad in the M3 though, so back half track pretty safe against the M3. Does have the Shrek squad nearby as well. Speaking of Shreks, there we go, connecting with the M3. He's kind of on the VP here, blocking a bit of the push action. Back half track coming in here. T70 looking for the wipe. Opportunity is coming forwards. Back half track switches over to the M3. Not quite enough damage to kill, it's just alive. Opportunities desperately want to get the Faust off. Looks like they are successful, but don't know if Twisted Tootsie is going to be able to finish the job here. Got those PTRS penals. Looks like this squad looking to wrap around with the Shrek and go for the kill on the T70. No, he's just staying inside the building for the moment. Back half track advancing, and now a sniper from Luvnest. There's a lot of PTRS units running around. So we'll see what Luvnest's strategy wants to be for this patch. He's very keen on the tier 1 sniper action. Good connection there from the flak half track. Okay. Black half track pulling back now. Ouch. A lot of bleed here for Tootsy. Tootsy does have his tech down and he's about to pop the Panzer authorization. You can see Luvnest was maybe thinking about charging forwards for a satchel, but has to abandon that idea. So getting the neutralize off though. The sniper going to work. 5 kills already. Feels like it's only just arrived. Terrorists. Oh, it gets pinned before they can fire. Flak half track pretty safe. Got the penals coming in on the flak half track now though. And with the triple PTRS, they're quite scary. Throwing our satchel here, but a good dodge. Pops the smoke to get out. Maybe not entirely necessary, as I said, now that the PTRS can attack ground. Looks like the Luvnest maybe. Okay, well, he's firing at the stern piles. Can't win the 4v2.
We've lost a squad
Oh.
of infantry. Field promotion.
Got a Volkswagen there that went down. Over here, maybe. Catch one across the map. We'll take a quick look. Yeah, one folks. We'll twist the Tootsy down. Luvnest with a good amount of territory control, but Twisted Tootsy has got his tech down and he's not too far away from a tank. Luvnest also just done his tier 4 tech and he's also right around there for a T-34-85 if that's what he's going to choose to go for here. Same MG position. Just Tootsy really needs this fuel, but he's not going to be able to stick around for long enough to cap it. Senior grenade over the wall there. Doing some nice damage onto the guards. They cycle through the building though out the other side. Now the machine gun left a little bit too long, could be in some trouble. He throws a grenade into the retreat path with the guards here. The retreat path is a little bit further down. And they kind of spread out, so he does not decide to go for it. That arrival of the sniper, he just felt like a real momentum shift against Twisted Tootsy by struggling to fight through the center so much more. It's got this flak half track on quite low here. PTO's penals could get it very, very low. Oh, he pinned him straight away though. Usually the flak half track doesn't pin that quickly. Just going to connect on the M3. Nope, gets cancelled. Empire Shrek through the center, the sniper and the T-70 there though. And so the guards now. So much bleed against Tootsy, could lose his Sturms here. Very close call. And T-34 coming in for Luvnest, T-34-85 in fact. 3/4 complete now. Twisted Tootsy meanwhile does have enough resources for a tank himself. He's not pulled the trigger on the Panzer IV though. Is he trying to save for the Panther or is he trying to go for the full meme? The Stern Tiger. Maybe he's just going to try winning one of those prizes off Meta Awards. Oh man, doesn't even get the Faust off there. Marked vehicle on the flak half track. Here comes the T-34. Oh, and there goes the flak half track.
Light vehicle destroyed.
Light vehicle did make the difference there, otherwise would have survived. We've got one more PTRS shot to connect, but here we go. Flak half track out of here. Tootsy still hasn't pulled the trigger on the tank, and it is indeed the Sturm Tiger. He's in a little bit too bad of a position now to really make this work. I think he still would need support of one anti-tank gun, and he's just always going to have trouble with that sniper around from a strategy like this. Let's see what he can do with it. Going for the combat engineers, but Luvnest, you can see he's kind of baiting out that shot from the Sturm Tiger. Repositioned, faked like he was staying in the capture circle for a bit longer, then backing away further. Just Tootsy got a bit of damage in there, but only one model down. Not what you hope when you're using the Sturm Tiger, especially when you're already behind in the series. Clear out for the sniper here. Going back into the center, almost reloaded already. Guards come out of firing positions. T70 on recon mode back there. Fires off a shot, a little bit of AoE damage onto the guards, but that's it. And this is Twisted Tootsy's anti-tank right here, double Shreks. They both connect. But he's suffering a lot of bleed for the trouble. MG on the far side goes down, and so does a Volksgrenadier. And with that, Twisted Tootsy's hopes have well and truly been sunk. So I might just stop this one here. This is over. Well, interesting ideas from Twisted Tootsy with the mortar half tracks. But yeah, as I said, I'm not really a big fan of the 2-2-1 against Soviet Tier 1 strategies. I feel like PTRSs and M3 just counter it too hard. And I think especially now with the triple PTRS penals, you're not going to get a very good value out of that. So yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of this strategy against Soviets in this kind of style. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what he's up to with LC as well. That was a weird build. But yeah, interesting tactics so far. Looks like Luvnest really favouring Tier 1 with the sniper at some stage. A lot of PTRS squads as his option. So yeah, GG. And Luvnest winning this. This was a group stage, so it's not like one person advances, one doesn't. I think they play somewhat of a round robin. Whoever comes out with the best scores advances to the next round. So GG, and I hope you enjoyed this series. Wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.